There's nothing more beautiful than a distant star. Proof of our ignorance. Proof of how small we are. Remember getting high on the hood of my broke down car. Remember how innocent we no longer are. We don't know why we're here, but we're not here for long. We're not here for long. Surrounded by souvenirs from days that are gone, as we bravely carry on. We like the words love and trust and invincible, until trust falls apart and love turns miserable, and the light disappears. The only thing clear is we don't know why we're here, but we're not here for long. Pretend nothing's wrong. Surrounded by souvenirs from days that are gone, but still we carry on. We all need a memory we can hold on to, at least a few souvenirs to show some proof. We don't know why we're here, but we're not here for long. Pretend nothing's wrong. Surrounded by souvenirs from days that are gone, as we barely carry
You know, they keep telling me to move on. And I've tried. Vulcan meditation, Klingon martial arts. Nothing. I keep thinking about them, people I lost. My mom, my friends. It's a whole different issue watching as your friends died of old age or died in combat. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but my place in this galaxy it's got me a lot of questioning. It's got a lot of answers I don't think I can come up with answers to. Or maybe I just don't want to know what the answers are. Anyway, I'm supposed to be reporting to Starfleet Academy to get some duty officers. Let's hope I can hold on to them too. Morning. Bridge. Alright. Bring us in. Taking over con. Alright. Alright. Starfleet Academy. This is Captain Irian requesting transport. Lieutenant. Thank you, sir. Hailing Starfleet.
Starfleet has lost contact with the Federation science station in the Kasei system. Because all communications from Kasei 2 must be boosted by a satellite that compensates for Metreon isotopes prevalent in the system. It may be that the communications array is in need of repair. Please make the necessary repairs to the communications array and re-establish contact with the science station.
Alright, let's get going.
Hidden dangers lurk in space, and the threat of Klingon attack has made even the most stout-hearted reconsider their choice to travel throughout the stars. A last-ditch effort to find a common ground could end this conflict, but there are many who oppose peace.
Bring us in. Alright, shields up. Red alert. Let's do this. bring us around. Grapple.
Scanning in progress.
Alright, let's beam onto the station, repair where we can. I need my entire away team. Let's go!
The Gorn. They just stormed in and started shooting.
Tell me what happened.
First sign of trouble was when we lost contact with the communications array. The Gorn beamed in and started shooting. They destroyed our computer core and took thousands of artifacts we spent years collecting.
Thousands?
Then, as if destroying decades of archaeological research weren't enough, they started setting fires. The Gorn, Captain Jean-Luc Picard and the crew of the USS Stargazer, discovered ruins from an unknown civilization here almost 60 years ago. The Federation Science Council has been researching this site ever since. It's a fascinating find. There are more than 40 kilometers of catacombs under this facility.
Okay.
We've barely managed to explore a quarter of what we think is here.
I see.
2 years ago, we found a star chart in the catacombs that indicated that this civilization had contact with interstellar travelers more than 15,000 years ago. The chart led us to another site on Kasei 4, where we found the most extraordinary artifacts. If we're correct, the race that once lived here may have been an advanced proto-reptilian race. The Gorn. The Gorn have extremely long memories. Thousands of years ago, the Gorn hegemony ruled this entire sector. In their minds, that means these planets are still theirs. The alliance with the Klingons has inspired the Gorn to start rebuilding their empire. Every planet from here to Cestus 3 is in danger. The Gorn. Not everyone. There are several members of our team still unaccounted for. Please, you must find them. The Gorn destroyed our automated fire suppression system in the initial attack. You will find fire suppression devices on the walls that you can use to fight the fires.
I'll find your team. You need to stay on the Lost
I'm coming
Lane.
with you, Captain.
Excuse you?
There's too much at stake, and I know this project.
I do not have time to argue with you. Stay behind me.
The Klingon invasion was a blow to Gorn self-determination and identity.
You ever considered that this proto-civilization is the Gorn? Idiot. Alright, covering fire, let's move. You. Out of here. Think the Gorn scare me? You guys are pussycats compared to the Klingons. Right side, I see him. Left side, left side. That's it. Go.
These kinds of raids are the Gorn's attempt to reclaim their identity through their history.
Yeah. History you're defiling. Again, do you ever consider their claims could be legitimate. Just saying.
Look at all this damage. We'd have helped if the Gorn had just asked. I guess one of your leaders turns out to be a shapeshifter, though. It damages your sense of trust.
Look at me, you big dumb ape. Alright, let's move. Get these fires out. Let's go, 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 go. Now.
There's another research team on Kasei 4, involved in a dig at a promising site. Given what the Gorn have done here, I'd imagine that team is in trouble. Captain, we have to check on them. If the Gorn have taken over the dig site, the researchers could be captives. Or worse.
Alright, this time, however, you stay on my ship. Beam up and let's move. Guess I don't want to talk. Nice, nice, nice. Lymphedema. Alright, let's do this. Wait, team. Let's move. I realize what I need to do. Give me a second. Excuse me. 1 second. I gotta be right back and use the restroom.
Team here found remnants of a precursor civilization that may be a relative of the Gorn.
Yeah, now you're listening to me. Also, why aren't you on the... you know what? Fuck it.
Our understanding of
If
Gorn
you die, you
evolution
die.
is woefully inadequate. Are they even offspring of the Preservers?
I will kill you. Who cares?
Power is dropping! What is going on?
The Gorn territorial claims aren't entirely without merit.
No shit.
They would displace billions of people.
And?
A diplomatic solution could help to save Gorn heritage without disrupting Federation colonies.
We will move out. They will move in. It is that simple. Alright, let's move on. Stay in the brush and stay hidden. Let's move. This is the one.
fluctuations! Increase the power to the shields!
I'll show you power of the shields.
Protective shields are down! Incompetent fools!
Let's do this. You. Good. She got back on the ship where she belongs. Let's move. Kill him!
Want to beam up!
Fuck!
There's no sign of the other team. The Gorn must be holding them captive elsewhere.
Let's move. Red alert. All weapons to full and prepare for enemy engagement. Engine shots only. We need to disable.
You are meddling in affairs you do not understand. This system was the home of our ancestors.
I agree.
It belongs to the Gorn by ties of blood and conquest.
I couldn't agree more, but these people are innocent.
We will not allow grave robbers and thieves to desecrate hallowed ground without punishment. Prepare for death.
Line. Open fire. Hail, Starfleet to report, please.
If the archaeological sites in the Kasei system really are from a Proto-Gorn culture, we will have to weigh carefully the knowledge we gain versus what the Gorn claim to be their own history. The Federation Science Council has a lot to consider. For now, though, I'm glad the researchers are safe. Good work.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Hail Starfleet, please.
Commander Burgess, Starfleet Intelligence. There's something I'd like you to look into. It could change the course of the war in our favor. We have intel suggesting that the Klingons are operating a secret weapons facility in the Hiromi cluster. We also believe the base is under the command of Ambassador Bavat, a controversial figure in Klingon politics. I'd like you to get to the truth of the matter, and soon. To that end, I'm sending one of my top agents to join you on the mission. I think you'll find Lieutenant Van Zyl to be a very capable officer. Don't hesitate to seek her counsel in the field. Proceed to the Briar Patch and find out what the Klingons are up to. If there are any weapons there, you are to deactivate or destroy them. And should you encounter the Ambassador, do bring him in. I'd like a word.
Yes, Commander.
Admiral Quinn says you're the right officer for this job.
Take us to the Briar Patch. Bring us in. As do we, Lieutenant. Let's continue. Thank you for the suggestion. Anything else? I see. We will keep a distance of 4 kilometers. Alright. Too risky. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get your attention, please? It is time to rock and roll. Move. Any evasive maneuvers? Prepare to open up all weapons. Yep, I see him. Guns out. Prepare. Let's move. High tech. Go. And I like big browns and I cannot lie. Ah. Who likes big bombs? I like big bombs. Don't judge me.
Happy to tell you what I know, but the Klingons are planning something big.
Okay.
They have been forcing us to design weapons. They want improved disruptors and torpedoes for their ships. But some of their demands have been very specific. They want a weapon that can punch through solid neutronium, which is impossible. And they keep talking about torpedoes, with payloads big enough to destroy a small planet.
And any success?
There are prototypes of some of the new weapons in the laboratory here, as well as schematics on the base computers. If I were you, I'd destroy the prototypes and the schematics. Neither side needs that kind of destructive power.
I'd agree. You're safe.
Thank you. These Klingons have had me designing weapons for them at Disruptor Point. The scientists who finished their research are taken away. We are the only two left.
Safe now. Good idea. Let's find those weapons and blow them the boopy up. Prepare for combat. Left side, I see him. Move. Let's move. Kill everything and everyone. And the one-y and the two-y and the back the fudgy uppy.
Watch for reinforcements and be prepared for a jump. Lost Maiden, prepare for immediate combat. They're gonna try to jump us, trust me. Come on. Let's go. Bingo. Crack. Alright, let's move.
Face to face at last with one of the Federation's greatest officers.
You flatter me.
I've read much about you, though I'm not as impressed as our intelligence agents are. After all, you were rather easily led to this system by a few well-placed pieces of bait. I've had pet targs with more sense.
Is that so?
I have everything I need from the research station, but I must say, humiliating a Federation war criminal is, as the humans say, an added bonus.
War criminal? That's a new one.
Try to stop us if you must. However, I won't think poorly of you if you warp back to Earth with your tail between your legs, there to whimper at your master's feet.
I'm going to kill you, Pavat.
You have lost this day. Victory is mine, and mine alone.
Tactical.
Kapla!
Alright, get us out of here, boys and girls. Go ahead.
I've read the after-action report filed by Lieutenant Van Zyl. Pity we weren't able to apprehend Bavat, but I'm glad we shot that weapons facility down. Nicely done. As for that weapons research the Klingons were conducting, Starfleet has some of our best people analyzing the data you recovered. We'll find out what Bavat and his people were doing there soon enough. There's a lot more intel to analyze, and I suspect we'll be working again soon. Klingons don't tend to think small, and we'll need the best we can get to deal with Bovat and his... Admiral Quinn says you're the right officer for this.
Interesting.
Starfleet intelligence needs your help.
Admiral Quinn says you're the right...
Okay, bring us around. Bring us in.
We're counting on you.
Fair enough. Bring us around, full weapon capacity. Let's do this. Alright, let's move. Security teams, let's move. Secure this lock.
Your orders, sir.
Alright, let's move.
Whatever you need, sir.
Alright, let's do this.
Captain's personal log. I have been betrayed by my first officer, a man I considered my friend, Kavok. Why? He and a group of traitors tried to take the ship. Kavok is the only survivor. There is also evidence that Kavok sent a coded message to Federation space. I do not understand why a warrior I have trusted with my life would do this. He tried to explain, but I do not need to listen to the words of a traitor. Let him rot in the brig. Ambassador Bavat has ordered me to bring him to the Imaga system for questioning. Kavok will die screaming. It is not an honorable death, but it is the one Kavok deserves.
I see. The bridge, you say? Fair enough. I think it is.
You are my enemy, but today you are my only hope.
I'm listening.
I will redeem my honor.
I asked why you were in the boat.
I was once the first officer of this ship. I served the House of Bavat loyally and well, and fought by my captain's side in battle. I thought I was living an honorable life, and then I learned what Ambassador Bavat's plans for the war were. I could not let Bavat do such a horrific thing. To unleash such a weapon upon the galaxy for his own ends is the act of a coward, not a warrior.
I'd agree.
I gathered a small group of officers who thought as I did. Our plan was to take over the ship and fly it to the Imaga system. There, we would either stop this doomsday before it occurred, or die in battle. I tried to take this ship. I failed. Now I am dishonored, and I must redeem myself or die. Do you have more questions? When my plan to take the Targ was discovered, I knew I had to act quickly. Bavat has much more than the experimental weapons from the base in the Briar Patch. He has a planet killer, a ship of such destructive power that nothing can stand against it. He intends to use this doomsday machine to attack Federation worlds. I find myself in a strange place. To regain my honor, I must join forces with my enemy. I sent a coded message to the Sol system and hoped that the right person would hear it.
Thankfully,
Do you have more questions? Bavat is obsessed with conflict. He believes that the Klingon Empire will stagnate and fall into degeneration and ruin unless they have enemies to fight. Without war, Bavat believes that we will destroy ourselves.
I have met many like him.
Bavat found the planet killer, and he ordered his scientists to learn how to control it. Now, he plans to attack and destroy one of your worlds. The ambassador knows the Federation wants peace, but if there was an attack where billions died, would something so heinous make you want revenge? If he succeeds, the war between our peoples will be endless, and Bavat will have won.
I agree. And I'm also tired of fighting your kind. No offense.
Do you have more questions?
Tell me about this, planet killer.
It is a ship with no crew. Its hull is solid neutronium. It fires beams of pure anti-protons and fuels itself with the hulks of destroyed planets. Weapons are useless against it. The planet killer is ancient. I have heard stories that your Starfleet defeated a device similar to this long ago. I hope that you will be able to defeat this one as well.
I'll have to check our archives, and may have to go to get some permissions, but I will find out how to kill
Do you
it.
have more questions? It was a floating hulk deep in the Taong Nebula. Ships from his house searched for months before they found it. Bavat claims to have knowledge of the future. He says that is why he knew the planet killer would be found in the nebula. Its location was forecast. I do not know if this is true. If our actions cannot change our path, then are we imprisoned by fate? Was I destined to lose my honor and betray my captain?
No, Kavalk. Trust me when I state, he cannot see the future.
Do you have more questions?
Bavat does not have
So he
knowledge of the
claims.
future.
I was once one of Bavat's most valued officers, and he told me much of his plans. Bavat said that centuries ago, there was a temporal Cold War. Factions from the future manipulated people in their past like pieces in a Klingon game, each trying to change history for their own ends. Agents from one of these future factions, the Nakul, came to the Klingon Empire in the 22nd century. They tried to gain my people's loyalty by revealing much of what was to come. My ancestors listened and recorded all that they were told. Then they spat in the Nakul's faces and sent them back to their own time empty-handed. Even then, we would never be willing slaves. Since then, the knowledge that the Nakul offered in trade for servitude has been preserved by a small cabal of Klingons. This organization ruled from the shadows, using what they knew, what was forecast, to guide the future of the Empire. Bavat is the last. He has no sons and trusts no one. When he dies, all that came from the Nakul dies with him.
Interesting.
Do you have more questions? Bavat had a plan to stop the Doomsday Machine if he ever lost control. This ship is equipped with Hak Peng torpedoes. They have a greater yield than any weapon currently used by the Empire or your Federation.
Doubt.
The planet killer is hidden in the Imaga system now. My plan was to fly to the system, disable Bavat's control over it, and then use the weapons on this ship to destroy it.
How?
Do you have more questions?
Why can't we just simply send in the fleet?
Bavat's forces have total control over the Imaga system. To keep any ships but those loyal to him away, Bavat has installed a series of generators that maintain an energy drain, much like the Breen weapon that disabled ships during the Dominion War.
I gotcha.
Bavat's ships have been modified to withstand this drain. Any others that approach the system will be helpless. Do you have more questions?
So what do we do now?
Help me. Repair this ship and we will fly it to Imaga together. Then we can disable the energy drain so your fleet can enter. With your help, we can destroy the Doomsday Machine and end the threat to your Federation.
How can I help you?
Kvolk, we agree. To the bridge. And that's the situation. My plan...
Do what you
your
think
orders?
is best. It's risky, but Kvolk may be our best chance to stop Bavat and this planet killer. I'm notifying all available ships to change course for Imaga. Once the energy drain is taken care of, they'll move in to support you. I don't need to tell you how important it is to stop the Doomsday Machine before Bavat can use it to attack populated worlds. Millions of people are relying on you to save them. I know you can do it. Good luck.
Captain Firespell to Lieutenant Von...
Yes, Captain.
Send a repair crew immediately. We're using the ship.
Understood. I'll join you shortly.
It wasn't that hard of a decision. Incorrect. Puppet? How weird.
I'm monitoring communications from the planet. They're not calling for ships, so either they haven't noticed us, or they think we're supposed to be here. We're safe for now, but that could change.
Probably will.
We need to scan one of the generators maintaining the energy drain to get all the information I need to finish a new command program. Be careful. Bavat trusts no one, not even his own men. He may have defenses in this system even I don't know about.
Well then. I think it's time we go a little cloaker. Now, where was I? What attacked us?
Drones? Bavat must have upgraded the security. Scanning the generators now. I have the data. We will need to load the control program into all 3 generators. After that, we can change the command codes from a terminal on the planet's surface.
Let's see. Relaxed, simple,
The generators are under our control now.
Alright, let's do this. I am Klingon.
The objective here is simple. Find a control console and change the command codes. Then Bavat won't be able to stop us from shutting down the energy drain. There are 2 consoles. The Alpha console is staffed by an officer who might be willing to negotiate. The Beta console, let's just say that Commander Talk prefers fighting to talking. The soldiers here shouldn't challenge you, but be careful of the TARs. The hollow emitters won't fool them. I have another task to complete. Meet me back here when you are done with the command codes.
Excuse me? Let us go. Klingon friends. Move, you Patak. I need to move.
Captain, I've been monitoring your progress from the ship. You are very close to one of the control consoles. There are Klingons where you need to go. You will either...
I have already understood. Ma'am.
The Empire will prevail.
Comply. That's my...
Death to the enemies of...
Pressing buttons.
I see your mission was successful. Excellent. Mine was as well. I have smashed the device that Bavat used to control his doomsday machine. The planet killer is now as dangerous to him and his ships as it is to anyone else. You cannot control the storm, Captain. If you try, it will consume you. Meet me back at the ship. There is still more to do before this dark day ends and my honor is restored.
No more combat. Whoa. Huh. Use the mushrooms. Come on. Oh shit. Weapons out, let's go. Hands up, you bitch.
You?
Yes, me.
You stumbled into my trap in the briar patch like a blind Grishnar cat. And here you are again, luring Starfleet ships to my testing ground. The Doomsday Machine will destroy them. It will create glorious, endless war and strife. And it is all possible because of you.
You sure?
No! I will not allow you to dishonor the Empire with your thirst for blood. We face our enemies as warriors, Bavat. We do not massacre innocents with machines of death.
There are no innocents. There are only the strong and the weak.
Are you strong enough to fight your own weapon? I have destroyed the device controlling the planet killer. No one is safe.
This isn't over. Warriors, attack! Joel, Ichu!
Open fire, open fire! Boop. Boop. Up and up, we're coming in.
Captain, Klingon comm traffic just spiked.
Yeah, we know.
Bavat's forces have lost control of the Doomsday Machine, and they are scrambling all available ships to try to stop it. I've been in contact with Commander Burgess. Now that the energy drain won't affect our ships, the Starfleet task force is inbound. We need to get back into space as soon as possible.
Question, where's the Misfit? Sorry. Where's the Lost Maiden? Because she'd be really useful right now. Just say it. What in the fudge is going on?
I see it. Bavat's planet killer is here.
It is.
Maybe it has a weakness that we haven't found yet. We need to run a scan. Go to the navigation beacon. That should be close enough for the scan, but far enough away to keep us safe until help arrives.
Come on. Oh, fuck! Are we okay?
Structural integrity holding, sir. We're shook up, but we'll be okay.
Okay.
Captain, there's an
One hell of a-
unauthorized shuttle launch. It's Kavok.
Kavok?
Hail coming in, sir. I'll put it on the main screen.
The hell are you doing?
Stay where you are, Captain. I'll handle this.
Kavok, turn that shuttle
what?
around. You'll be killed.
My
Agreed.
life is of no consequence, but my honor.
Kavok.
No, I must do this. Destroying this abomination is the only way to redeem myself. Farewell, Captain. Koi keles pu glod, koi puk be pu, yakbo matbo jeshu gui, se machu me u. Mashu manat makvo chu, nipe yin ma shakwo ku. Valva hepet enjo kinsta, val umadi upare, masutak kumage masuta, ma
Be in peace, Captain.
I'm reading significant damage to the Doomsday Machine, sir. But it's still active. Captain, we still have the Harpang torpedoes. They might be enough to finish the job. The machine's hull is solid neutronium, so targeting it won't help.
I know.
We'll need to fly in front of the Doomsday Machine and launch the torpedoes down that thing's throat. The fleet will be here to help distract it, but we need to be careful. If we're in front of it when it fires its anti-proton beam, we won't fare any better than that moon did.
I know. Cloak up. Woke up and repair. outside that antiproton. Down the gullet. Say, shit. Damn it. Hit the armor. Hold on. Well, that happened. Timeline switch.
Captain, Commander Burgess is patching a subspace signal through to us. The message is from Kronos, sir. Routing it to the main view screen now.
Captain, my name is Kamen. While the Empire realizes that you played a vital role in defeating a threat to both our worlds, I am afraid I must insist that you return the ship you stole immediately. I would not want to have to escalate this into something that we will both regret. The battle is over. We do not need to begin another.
Agreed.
It might be best to do what he asks, Captain. The fleet's in no condition for a prolonged fight, sir. And honestly, there's not much about the Bird of Prey specifications that Starfleet intelligence doesn't know already. We did what we came here to do. Let the Klingons have their little victory, and the fleet can take you and your crew back to your ship. The important thing is that the Doomsday Machine was destroyed.
Indeed.
I'm sure Commander Burgess will want to congratulate you for a job well done.
Let's get out of here. Go ahead and hail Starfleet.
Kavok's loss is unfortunate, but he did what he believed he had to do. In the end, he died with honor. Fortunately, you were able to destroy the Doomsday device and end the threat of Bavat's weapons programs. We probably haven't seen the last of him, but at least now he's disarmed. I don't have anything for you. Kavok's loss is unfortunate, but he did what he believed he had to do. In the end, he died with honor. Fortunately, you were able to destroy the Doomsday device and end the threat of Bavat.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Thank you. begin patrol. Bring us in. Full weapon spread. Here we go. Bring us in.
Warning. Ship is under.
Hail Starfleet and let them know. Patrol is done. I'm going to sit in my captain's quarters for a moment. Go ahead and...
You've done well, and while there are still issues at the Klingon front, it's time to move to a bigger picture. Come see me at Earth Space Dock for new information.
Be right back. Need to use the biological again.
incursion reported in the Andor system. All available ships, please prepare for departure.
You've done excellent work so far, so I want to expand the range of your mission profiles. There are trouble spots all over the galaxy. A good Starfleet captain never shies from engaging with trouble and trying to solve problems. Within the bounds of the Prime Directive, of course. You'll find patrols at systems scattered all across the quadrant, where enemy ships or local problems need help. We also have trouble spots in other parts of the galaxy, such as Nimbus 3, Drozana Station, and the Defera system. Check into these kinds of trouble spots, as time permits.
And with that being the end of the Klingon saga, we're gonna call it there. I want to thank you for joining me on this evening, afternoon, and or night. Whatever you're consuming this, thank you, and hope to see you soon.
Do you know